What up, everybody? It's your boy Aaron coming to you once again from First and Faithful. Today's video, I wanted to go over some of the players most affected by the lack of preseason. But as always, if you like what you're hearing, you want to see more, do me a favor, do yourself a favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell icon. Multiple videos every week. We just started the Camp Battles video series. You can see the first video in that series right there. Have another one in a couple of days, leading right up to next Monday, which is the first day of padded practices. But let's jump into the list. Number one on the list is the rookies, particularly the later and undrafted rookies. Salman Ahmed, Jermichael Hasty, Juwan Jennings. Those are the guys that usually need the preseason or can use the preseason as a way to make the team, to really show an impact against competition, really separate themselves either from each other or even against veterans who are already on the team as far as the depth chart goes. And when you're looking at making a decision between two players, preseason can and does factor heavily into that. So the rookies big time, like I said, Ahmed and Hasty, especially running backs who have to come in and show out in camp but don't get a chance to do that against competition. So kind of a big deal. Number two on the list, Jerick McKinnon. This is more about getting over the jitters of the knee and just getting hit, getting tackled, not being on the field for 2 years. Jimmy said last year was huge for him to play some preseason to get used to people diving at his knees and running and kind of having that live action. I think for McKinnon, for himself getting out there, getting over the jitters, and also seeing that he can get out there, take hits, cut the whole nines, in live action. It's huge for him. Huge for the coaches too. Obviously, Shanahan's going to be looking very closely. If he's healthy, everybody expects him to be a huge part of this offense this season and possibly going forward. So just to see him, I think, in preseason action and, before we get to, regular season action would have been huge for him. Instead, they have to kind of just rely on the camp, hope he makes it through healthy. Cross fingers, knock on wood, all that. But that's why he's number two on the list. Number three on the list, Keller Witherspoon. We all know what happened with him last season. Just kind of fell off after he came back from the foot sprain. Seemed to lose his confidence completely and just, ended up getting replaced by Mosley. I think we all assume Mosley is the clubhouse leader for that number two spot. But this offseason and before COVID, obviously the preseason would have given Witherspoon the chance to show that he had gotten his confidence back. He's not an untalented cornerback, as we talked about in my Camp Battles, him versus Mosley. He's got skills. It's just I think a matter of confidence, and going against live action in the preseason may have been the thing that maybe put him back over the top of Mosley again, or at the very least solidified him as the clear number three. And number four, and honestly for me, the guy who suffers the most from lack of preseason, Dante Pettis, the guy who obviously started last season with all the hype that you could have. Then was called out by Shanahan in the preseason. His high point was honestly the game winner against Steelers. Went from just so much hype to, by the end of the season, the Super Bowl, he was inactive. Basically, coach's decision did not play. Comes into this season, basically a make or break. Obviously, Travis Benjamin opting out helps him a little bit, but obviously a guy who is in the doghouse and could use the preseason to get out of that. If he someone who could show in the preseason that he's past all that, his head and everything is in the right space to really, I think, firmly get him out of the doghouse, because we all know Pettis has the talent, honestly, breaking down some of his route running is insane. The separation he gets, the kid is ultra talented. It's just, I don't know if it's a mental thing, I don't know, but again, preseason, perfect opportunity for him to show that all the stuff that happened last season, he got past that and is ready to go and ready to be a contributor. So that's the list, fam. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the list. If there's someone that you think should have been added to the list, etc. But in the meantime, this has been First and Faithful. I'm Aaron. Have a great one.